Throughout history, countless reports of unexplained events have been recorded, leaving experts and curious minds intrigued. From mysterious objects in the sky to strange apparitions captured on camera, each case raises new questions about the limits of our understanding. What was once dismissed as illusion or deception is now gaining new perspectives with technology, allowing us to analyze details impossible to perceive with the naked eye. But what happens when these anomalies defy the laws of physics, logic, and even reality as we know it? Are they mere coincidences, recording errors, or evidence of something much greater? Get ready to explore some of the most enigmatic records ever captured. But beware, can everything we see truly be explained? Hello, restless minds. I'm Code, and this is Discover It, where curiosity knows no limits. Subscribe and help the channel grow, because every time you like, comment, or share, you're helping us bring these discoveries to more people. Together, we can create a community where curiosity can change the world. And now, without further ado, let's get to the video. In 2023, a woman named Cassie O'Malley received a gift, a doll from the Ashton Drake brand, known for making incredibly realistic replicas. The model in question was a small monkey with an almost human appearance, featuring intricate details that made it even more impressive. Excited about the gift, Cassie decided to record the moment on video, documenting the unboxing. But during the recording, something unexpected happened. For a brief moment, the doll's eyes, which should have been still, appeared to move on their own as if they were watching their new owner. The video quickly went viral, sparking heated debates between skeptics and paranormal enthusiasts. Some argued that it could have been a simple light reflection or a camera effect, while others believed there was something beyond the ordinary. Intrigued, Cassie began observing the doll more closely, trying to capture any other abnormal movements. However, after that initial recording, no further anomalies were documented, making the case even more mysterious. After all, if it was just a recording error, why did so many people feel genuine discomfort while watching the video? Among the numerous theories, some suggested that the doll might be charged with some residual energy, an idea reminiscent of various reports about supposedly cursed objects. Other hypotheses pointed to a psychological phenomenon known as pareidolia, where the human brain tends to see familiar patterns like faces, even where none exist. But the question that still intrigues everyone is, what really happened in that fleeting moment? During a commercial flight over the state of Mato Grosso, a passenger was gazing out the window when he noticed something unusual. In the dark sky, a luminous point caught his attention, initially resembling a star. Intrigued, he started filming, trying to understand what he was seeing. At first, the object seemed stationary, but as time passed, it began moving irregularly, as if defying the laws of physics. The strange behavior of the light even got other passengers involved in observing and trying to decipher the phenomenon. The video quickly spread across the internet, generating numerous interpretations. Some suggested it could be a drone, but the object's flight did not match the typical movement of such devices. Others speculated that it was a satellite, though the way the light changed direction was inconsistent with any known technology. Ufologists and enthusiasts of anomalous aerial phenomena saw it as possible evidence of something extraordinary, questioning whether it was a classic case of an unidentified flying object. But could something like this really be so close to a commercial plane without any alerts from the authorities? Aviation experts analyzed the video and proposed some plausible hypotheses, such as a reflection for the aircraft itself or even an optical effect caused by the atmosphere. However, no explanation was definitive enough to close the mystery. What was really captured on that flight? A misunderstood natural phenomenon, a simple perception error, or something that challenges our understanding of reality? On what seemed like an ordinary night, a mother and her daughter were observing the sky when they noticed something strange. A shadow was cast behind a tree, as if an invisible wall was reflecting its silhouette. Intrigued by the phenomenon, they decided to record a video, and that's when things got even more confusing. Nearby, other trees also had shadows, but only this one seemed to behave anomalously, creating the illusion of a hidden surface between the tree and the sky. The ambient lighting did not seem to justify the effect, raising doubts about what exactly was causing the illusion. The video quickly gained attention, with many people trying to explain the phenomenon. Some attributed the effect to an unusual combination of fog and artificial light, suggesting that a dense moisture layer might be reflecting the shadows in an unexpected way. Others believed it could be a camera error, a failure in light capture that resulted in the illusion of an invisible surface. However, some saw something even more disturbing, a possible glitch in the matrix, an anomaly suggesting that reality is not always as consistent as we think. But is it really possible that something as simple as a shadow could reveal an inconsistency in the world around us? While some sought scientific answers, others wondered if this was just one of many unnoticed phenomena in everyday life. What if there are other moments when our surroundings do not behave as expected? Are we only seeing what our perception allows, ignoring subtle hints that reality might be more complex than we imagine? On a quiet night, a pilot was waiting inside his aircraft's cockpit when something outside caught his attention. Near a boarding bridge, he could see a group of people walking slowly as if heading toward a plane. However, there was a disturbing detail. The bridge was not connected to any aircraft. Unable to understand what was happening, the pilot grabbed his phone and started recording. At first glance, the scene seemed ordinary, but upon closer examination, something felt off. Some of the figures appeared to glide rather than walk, and their movements were unnatural. When the video was published, it quickly sparked discussions between those who believe in paranormal phenomena and those seeking a logical explanation. Some argued that it could simply be a reflection on a glass panel, creating the illusion of people where there's nothing. Others suggested that perhaps an invisible walkway was present in the image due to the recording angle. However, the most intriguing aspect was the sensation that these figures were not actually there, but rather a lingering remnant of something that had already happened. Could it be a trick of light and shadow, or something far more unusual? Cases like this are not unheard of. There are numerous reports of haunted airports where employees and passengers claim to have seen mysterious silhouettes or heard voices in empty areas. If it were just a reflection, why was the pilot himself so disturbed upon witnessing the scene? Were they mere optical illusions, or do we occasionally witness something beyond our comprehension? On a quiet night in Mexico, a security camera recorded something that would leave even the most skeptical individuals intrigued. At the beginning of the video, a dog appears interacting with a person on the sidewalk, nothing out of the ordinary. However, in the background, an unusual shadow emerges, moving strangely. At first, it seemed to be another animal, but as the scene progressed, the dark shape began to shift. What initially looked like a dog suddenly appeared to grow, change posture, and even take on a humanoid form. This video was quickly linked to an ancient Mesoamerican legend, the Nahual. According to folklore, some people are believed to have the power to transform into animals, a gift passed down through rituals and ancestral beliefs. These mythical beings could be either benevolent or threatening, depending on the individual's intentions. For many who watched the footage, what happened there was not just a trick of light and shadows, but a modern-day recording of one of these shape-shifting beings. But could such an ancient legend have any real basis? Experts attempted to analyze the video in search of rational explanations. Some suggested that the effect could be merely a camera compression error, which occurs when image quality degrades and distorts moving objects. Others believed the shadow might have been caused by an interplay of lighting and perspective, creating the illusion of transformation. However, the reaction of the animals in the video raised doubts. If it were just a recording glitch, why did the dogs also seem to sense something strange? In different parts of the world, residents have reported a disturbing phenomenon, a deep metallic sound coming from the sky, resembling a trumpet or a distant alarm. In some recordings, the noise persists for minutes, reverberating across the landscape in an eerie manner. A couple visiting Lake Minnewanka in Canada captured one of these moments. In the stillness of the night, the sound suddenly began, echoing over the water and creating an almost apocalyptic atmosphere. Intrigued, they decided to record it, and the result was a chilling video. Explanations for this phenomenon vary. Scientists suggest that the sound may be caused by tectonic plates shifting, releasing vibrations audible in the atmosphere. Another hypothesis points to high-altitude winds interacting with urban structures, or even resonance in the ionosphere, a layer of Earth's atmosphere. However, none of these theories fully explain the consistency of the noise across different locations worldwide. How can such a distinctive sound be heard in so many distant places without an apparent common cause? Among the more mystical interpretations, some believe these booms to be celestial trumpets, a prophetic sign of imminent events. Others associate the sounds with secret tests of unknown technology or hidden military activities. Whatever the explanation, these noises continue to be recorded around the globe, defying our understanding. If they were merely natural phenomena, why have they never been so widely documented in the past? Are we witnessing a recent event? Or have we only now begun to perceive something that has always been present? On a calm night at sea, two fishermen had an unexpected encounter with something that seemed to defy any logical explanation. While navigating seemingly peaceful waters, they noticed an intense glow emerging from the depths. At first, they thought it might be a reflection of the moon or a bioluminescent phenomenon, but as they approached, the light became increasingly intense, pulsating rhythmically. Intrigued, they decided to follow the glow, unaware that they were about to witness something truly inexplicable. As they got closer, the light revealed something even more terrifying. Amid the underwater glow, a humanoid figure emerged, moving fluidly and naturally as if swimming toward the surface. The fishermen froze for a moment, trying to process what they were seeing. The creature appeared to have an elongated body and a vaguely human silhouette, but its features were difficult to distinguish through the murky water. In a moment of pure instinct, one of them turned on his phone camera and started recording, capturing what would become one of the most enigmatic videos ever shared online. Theories quickly emerged. Some suggested it could be a mermaid, invoking ancient legends of hybrid beings living in the ocean depths. Others believed the light might be part of an unknown natural phenomenon or even advanced submerged technology, such as a secret military vessel. But the most disturbing question remained. If it were merely a trick of light or a common marine animal, why did the fishermen flee in terror immediately afterward? In the small town of Santa Rosa, locals report a curious phenomenon that occurs every night at precisely 10 p.m. Without any apparent explanation, the sound of a train cutting across the tracks echoes through the region, as if an invisible locomotive were passing by. The problem? The railway has not been in use for years, and no physical train has ever been seen there. Intrigued by the reports, a woman decided to record the exact moment when the noise repeated, and the result of her footage left many people unsettled. In the video, the characteristic sound of a moving train is clearly audible, the screech of metal on tracks, the rushing wind, and even a distant whistle. However, the camera shows only empty tracks, with no sign of a real locomotive. Beyond the sound, some witnesses claim to feel a strong gust of wind pass through the area, as if something enormous were actually moving. On certain occasions, leaves and small debris have even been seen being swept away in the same direction as the noise. But if there is no train, what could be causing this effect? Explanations range from natural acoustic phenomena to possible remnants of a past that refuses to fade. Some believe it could be a residual echo, a poorly understood phenomenon in which past sound events seem to repeat under specific atmospheric conditions. Others, however, suggest that the location may be tied to a traumatic railway-related event, resulting in what they call residual memory, a kind of energetic replay of something that happened long ago. But if this is true, how many other echoes of the past might still be repeating around us without our knowledge? During a hike through an isolated forest area, a man made an intriguing discovery. While exploring the surroundings, he noticed something that seemed to reflect light in an unusual way. As he got closer, he realized there was a translucent barrier in the middle of nowhere, as if an invisible glass wall were separating two spaces. Intrigued, he started filming, trying to understand what he was seeing. He moved his hand toward the supposed barrier, but it was impossible to determine whether there was actually something there or if it was just a strange visual effect. The recording quickly sparked theories among viewers. Some believed it could be a transparent tarp partially camouflaged by the vegetation, while others suggested it was an effect of light and shadow interacting with airborne particles. However, skeptics questioned, if it were something so simple, why did the man recording the video seem so perplexed? After all, if it was just an optical illusion, wouldn't the effect disappear when he changed angles? Bolder theories began to emerge. Was something hidden in that location? Could it be a type of advanced camouflage technology? The idea that secret areas could be concealed by invisible barriers has been a topic of many stories and theories, but something like this is rarely captured so clearly. If there truly was a hidden structure in that part of the forest, what was its purpose? And more importantly, how many other similar barriers could exist without anyone noticing? Autonomous cars are designed to detect obstacles and ensure safe navigation, using advanced sensors to map their surroundings. However, an incident recorded inside a cemetery raised unsettling questions. A driver was inside his Tesla when the car's system began detecting people nearby. The problem? The place was completely empty. The car's screen indicated movement next to the vehicle, as if several figures were walking around it, yet none were visible to the naked eye. The video quickly went viral, dividing opinions. Some suggested it was a simple system error caused by sensor interference or unexpected reflections. However, others pointed out that autonomous cars use LiDAR technology capable of scanning three-dimensional objects with precision. If it were just a glitch, why did the ghosts appear to move coherently as if they were actually walking among the graves? Additionally, at one point in the video, when the driver stepped out of the car to check, the supposed figures vanished from the screen, as if they realized they were being watched. Stories of apparitions in cemeteries are nothing new, but this case added a new element to the discussion. If highly advanced sensors can detect something our eyes cannot, what does that mean? Was it a software failure or evidence that some presences might, in fact, be around us, unnoticed? And more importantly, how many times has something like this happened without anyone realizing? Storms are already impressive natural events. But on one particular night, a lightning strike revealed something that left many people intrigued. The video, recorded by residents observing a powerful approaching storm, shows a bolt of lightning cutting through the sky with terrifying intensity. At the exact moment of the bright explosion, a strange figure appears to emerge in the clouds. The humanoid shape is visible for only an instant as if floating in the sky, and then disappears along with the flash. The recording immediately sparked various interpretations. Some believe the image is just an illusion caused by the dispersion of light in the clouds, creating a play of shadows and silhouettes. Others, however, see something more, a possible manifestation of an unknown phenomenon. Across different cultures worldwide, there are accounts of beings associated with storms, mythical figures linked to thunder and lightning. Is this merely a coincidence, or could it be a reflection of ancient stories that, from time to time, seem to manifest in the real world? Scientists and meteorology experts analyzed the video and suggested that the figure might be a result of pareidolia, a psychological phenomenon where the human brain recognizes familiar shapes in random patterns. But if it was just a coincidence, why did so many people report seeing the same silhouette? Is our brain merely trying to make sense of chaos, Or is there truly something there that challenges our understanding? During a commercial flight over Germany, passengers looking out the window noticed something unusual in the sky. At first, it appeared to be just a point of light, possibly a reflection or a distant airplane. However, as the object moved, its shape seemed to change unpredictably, as if transforming before the eyes of those watching. Intrigued, some passengers began filming, trying to capture the phenomenon more clearly. The most surprising part was that at certain moments, the object appeared to disappear and reappear in another part of the sky, defying any logical explanation. The video quickly fueled debates about its origin. Experts suggested that it could be a reflection on the airplane window, a common optical illusion under certain lighting conditions. Others pointed to the possibility of a weather balloon being illuminated in an unusual way by sunlight. However, for those who believe in anomalous aerial phenomena, this was further evidence that something beyond human comprehension may be in the skies. After all, if it were just a simple balloon or reflection, why did its movement seem so erratic and impossible to replicate with conventional technology? Modern aviation relies on advanced radars and systems to monitor any object in airspace. Yet, cases like this continue to appear worldwide without definitive answers. If there really is something unusual flying across the skies, why are so few official records released? Are we facing a simple perception error or something that was never meant to be seen? On an ordinary afternoon, a video captured a phenomenon that at first glance seemed impossible. In the middle of an open field, a dry branch appeared to be floating in midair, suspended without any visible support. The scene was recorded by a group of people who, perplexed, tried to find a logical explanation for what they were witnessing. The object was not spinning like a drone, was not attached to any visible wire, and did not seem to be carried by the wind. It simply remained there, suspended, defying the laws of gravity. Speculation arose quickly. Some suggested it could be an extremely thin spider web, almost invisible to the naked eye, holding the branch in an unusual way. Others believed it was a rare magnetic effect or even an optical phenomenon that made it appear as though the object was levitating. However, none of these explanations seemed satisfying to those who witnessed the moment. After all, if it was just an optical illusion, why did the branch's shadow also appear in the correct place, reinforcing its physical presence in the air? This was not the only case of objects seemingly levitating without explanation. Similar reports have surfaced worldwide, from rocks that defy gravity to objects that appear to hover inexplicably. Are these natural tricks that we do not yet fully understand or evidence that something is challenging the known laws of physics? On a busy street in Poland, a video captured a scene that sparked perplexity and heated debates. In the middle of the crowd, a man wearing a dark overcoat was walking normally. However, there was one disturbing detail. His head appeared to be completely missing. Unlike someone lowering their face or hiding their neck with a high collar, the absence was total. The video, recorded by a passerby, clearly showed that where a face should be, there was only an empty void. Initial reactions suggested that it could be a trick of perspective or a failure in the camera's resolution, creating the illusion that the man's head had disappeared. Others argued that it could be a well-executed edit, taking advantage of the low quality of the footage to conceal any digital manipulation. However, one detail stood out. The shadow cast by the man also showed no indication of a head. This led some to question whether something real was happening, something that defied our perception of reality. Similar cases have been recorded over the years, often attributed to glitches in digital recordings or optical illusions. But if this was merely a visual error, why did some eyewitnesses claim to have seen the anomaly with their own eyes? Could it be a rare case of natural camouflage, a problem with light perception, or something that completely escapes scientific explanation? In the middle of a crowded plaza, a video captured a phenomenon that left many spectators puzzled. Among the people, a dark shadow appeared to move independently, as if it had a life of its own. Unlike natural shadows, which are cast by physical people or objects, this one seemed to glide between individuals without any apparent source. Its movement was fluid, almost intelligent, dodging obstacles as if it were aware of its surroundings. The video quickly generated theories about what could be happening. Some suggested it was merely a camera capture error, a digital defect that created an unusual effect. Others believed it could be a play of light and shadow caused by a hidden light source projecting a distorted silhouette onto the ground. However, one unsettling detail made many people dismiss conventional explanations. The shadow appeared to move against the logic of the surrounding light sources, changing its shape in a way that made no sense according to the laws of optics. Reports of mysterious shadows have existed for centuries, often associated with urban legends and paranormal phenomena. But if this video was merely a technical glitch, why did the shadow seem to interact with the environment instead of behaving like a random defect? Was this an unknown phenomenon still waiting to be understood, or just a trick of the human eye trying to make sense of the inexplicable? On what seemed like an ordinary day, witnesses recorded a phenomenon that defied any conventional explanation. In the sky, between the clouds, a perfectly defined rectangular structure appeared to form. Unlike a simple atmospheric opening or a play of light, this figure had sharp edges and a strange depth, as if it were a door suspended in the air. The video, recorded by a local resident, quickly went viral, leading many to wonder, what could create such a geometric shape in the sky? Meteorologists attempted to provide scientific explanations, suggesting that the effect could be caused by an opening in the clouds due to air currents or temperature differences. However, the images showed something far more structured than a typical weather phenomenon. Some argued that it could be a rare reflection or even an unknown optical phenomenon. But if it were just a natural event, why did so many witnesses report the impression that the space inside the structure looked different from the rest of the sky, as if there was something beyond the opening? The idea of portals to other dimensions has always been present in mythology and speculative theories. Could it be possible that there are, in fact, rifts in reality that appear subtly and disappear without leaving traces? Or is this phenomenon merely another illusion of our perception, deceiving our senses with a shape that seems impossible? The phenomena presented show how the world still holds mysteries that defy simple explanations. Whether it's a shadow that shouldn't exist, an unknown object crossing the skies, or enigmatic sounds echoing across the planet, each of these events reminds us that there is much more to discover. Science seeks answers, while imagination pushes us to question the limits of reality. But are we truly ready to accept explanations that could change everything we believe is possible? If you enjoyed this journey of discoveries, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and comment below on what fascinated you the most. Perhaps others will relate, and we can spark an interesting discussion. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more content where curiosity knows no limits.